short exosome promote skin wound healing and hair regeneration in vitro and in vivo.
Hi, my name is Byung-Soon from South Korea, and my topic is ideal combination of exosomes and growth factors promote skin and hair regeneration in vivo and in vitro. I have been practicing medical and cosmetic dermatology and surgical dermatology for 16 years in the heart of Seoul, Gangnam area. And I have been studying stem cell since 2004, and these are the list of the papers that I published in the SCI journals, and my work is also published in the text of Aging Skin, the first edition in 2009 and the second edition in 2017. And we succeeded in the world first commercialization of the stem cell proteins and exosomes in 2006. We do not use stem cell itself, and our protein is named as AAPE, and AAPE stands for Advanced Adipose-Derived Stem Cell Protein Extract. And this is my topic. The first, I want to talk about hair regeneration without surgery, and I'll show you some clinical cases. The most common types of hair loss alopecia is androgenetic alopecia, and as you know, the males and females show quite different clinical patterns. And this is some of the examples of the patient that got improved. And this kind of improvement usually takes about 4 months. Another type of alopecia is telogen effluvium. The telogen effluvium is characterized by the rapid transition from the anagen, the growing phase, to telogen, the resting phase. And the causes are diverse, but most commonly, women suffer from telogen effluvium after giving birth to a baby, and other causes are psychological stresses. And actually, this is a very famous Korean actress, and her age is 40, and she gave birth to a baby, and after 6 years later, she's still suffering from the hair loss in her angle of his forehead. And she got treatment 4 times, 2 weeks apart, and she was really surprised by the regenerated hairs. She said in public in the TV show. And the mechanism of the AAPE to protect is they protect hair follicle, the Derma papilla cells and matrix keratinocytes from growth suppression by dihydrotestosterone reactive oxygen species. This is the fluorescent staining, and as you can see here in the curve, the dihydrotestosterone or reactive oxygen species has a bad impact on the hair follicles. But if you treat AAPE, their suppression is regained. I can summarize the mechanism of hair regeneration using the stem cell protein extract into 3 folds. The first one is they increase the proliferation of hair follicle cells, and they stimulate the phase transition from the telogen to anagen, and they protect derma papilla cells from the cytotoxic injury by androgen and reactive oxygen species. These works were published in the Current Stem Cell Research and Therapy in 2017, and this study was conducted in 25 patients in 12 weeks, and there is a significant increase in the hair density and hair thickness. Also, I applied this for female pattern hair loss, and it was published in the International Journal of Dermatology in 2015. As you can see here, there the female pattern hair loss patients showed great improvements. This is before and after, before and after, before and after. And there is also significant increase in hair density and hair thickness. So I think that the AAPE is the first evidence based on stem cell accepted in the SCI journals with the clinical test results in humans. And as you can see here, this is the very precise photo trichogram, and the upper photos are placebo treated, and the CD is the AAPE treated side. And as you can see here, we make a tattoo and cut the hairs, and we follow the bifollicle by follicle. And as you can see here, the red figures indicate the follicle number, follicle series, and the number 3, there's only one hair. As you can see here, there are 2 hairs. And number 9, there is nothing. As you can see here, there are 2 hairs. Number 1, only 1 hairs, and as you can see here, 2 hairs. So this is the very precise evidence that the AAPE is effective for hair regeneration. There are so diverse examples, and this is a case sent from Mexico, and they treat 3 months, and there's a great improvement in male pattern hair loss. And this is another example that was published in the American Journal of Cosmetic Surgery in 2012. And this patient got 6 treatments, and there's a good improvement in his hair loss. And this is also effective for female pattern hair loss. And this study was also published in the American Journal of Cosmetic Surgery. And she got 6 treatments in 17 months, and there was a dramatic increase in her hair density and hair thickness. So our question is, are stem cells and proteins are really effective? Maybe if you inject fillers, there are 3 major danger zones: supratrochlear area, olive nose, and the tip of nose. And if the filler is injected into the blood vessel, the skin necrosis is inevitable. And there can be diverse trials to overcome these things. And maybe some doctors use PRP. And this case was published in the Korean Journal of Dermatology 2010, but there remain some scars and not satisfactory. But if you apply stem cell, there is no scar remaining. And this is another example that this gentleman got filler injection in his nose, and right after injection, he suffered from the intense pain and sudden discoloration into purple color. And many doctors said that the plastic surgery for reconstructive surgery is inevitable, but with the stem cell, there remains no scars. Miraculous. So my conclusion is that stem cells are really, really effective, but stem cell itself is really hard to use in the clinic. So I did animal study, and this is published in Dermatologic Surgery in 2008, and we did stem cell and protein extract injected. And this is Western blot analysis, and there's a almost five-fold increase in type 1 collagen. And as you can see here, there is no difference between the stem cell and the proteins. So I came to the conclusion that we could use stem cell protein instead of stem cell itself. So in the protein analysis, there are over 300 kinds of proteins with diverse beneficial effects. And this is another example of the animal experiment. And we make a wound in the back of a mouse. And on the right side was treated the stem cell and stem cell protein, and there's a dramatic difference in the speed of the wound healing after 1 week. And these are the in vitro experiments that there is a stimulatory effect on the human dermal fibroblast proliferation, and the condition media promote the migration of the human dermal fibroblasts almost twofolds. So, I published in other papers the effect of the stem cell condition media, and there is a definite anti-melanogenic effect, and also there's anti-wrinkle effects. So, my next question is, how do you apply biotechnology to your practice? AAPE is effective in skin brightening and improving fine wrinkles, as you can see here. And AAPE is also effective in skin brightening and improving poor complexion, melasma. Also, very intractable melasma, and she didn't got any laser treatments whatsoever. And also, pH is improved. There are diverse examples. And the treatment protocol is after diagnosis, you can apply anesthetic cream, and AAPE is applied using the Derma roll or Dermapan. And after that, you can use plasma devices or sonophoresis devices to increase the penetration. And AAPE covers, when we talk about the hair, AAPE covers the most stages of the male pattern hair loss, but usually focus on the mild to moderate cases. But for female pattern hair loss, you can cover all the stages. So the protocol is simple: the diagnosis, and they shampoo and they apply AAPE with the Derma roll or Dermapan, and maybe some other synergistic treatments can be done. So my next topic is what is the stem cell exosome? Stem cell exosome is also called extracellular vesicle. This is a relatively recently found molecule with the size of 30 to 150 nanometer, and they are secreted by most of the cells, but they act as a very important communicator between the cells, and they are involved in the paracrine activity of stem cells, and they have regenerative potentials. And this is the electron microscopy picture, and this is the moment that these exosomes are secreted from the cells. And another key feature of stem cell exosome is that they are lipid bilayer enclosed particle, and they are very stable and they easily absorbed by target cells. As you can see here, these red fluorescences, the exosomes, and they are taken up by the target cells quite nicely. So how stem cell exosomes are effective and why ideal combination is important? Maybe our team have published in the experimental dermatology, and exosomes from stem cell exosomes can promote proliferation and migration of skin fibroblasts. And also, stem cell exosomes promote dermal papillae cell proliferation in a dose-dependent manner, but there is certain optimal dose. After optimal dose, there's also not good effects. And we have applied this to 25 patients, and the 25 patients, and they have received diverse numbers of treatments, but their hair density increased from 102 to 122, and hair thickness increased from the 57 to 64. So I think that we came to the conclusion that the holistic combination of growth factors and exosomes are most effective for our dermal papillae cell proliferation and fibroblast proliferation. This is the basic medium, and these are the holistic combination. And when you treat exosome only or previous versions, the holistic combination is most effective for dermal papillae cell proliferation. And also, when we compare this with the exosome only, the holistic combination is better when you compare the equal amounts of exosome particles. So our conclusion is the natural composition of exosomes and growth factor is ideal for skin and hair regeneration. And this is a comparison that AAPE is the holistic combination of bones, muscles, and blood vessels. But AAPE exosome is just part of the AAPE. So this is my conclusion. Natural combination of exosomes and growth factors is ideal for skin and hair regeneration. And there's a objective data on the improvement of diverse aspects of skin aging, such as wrinkles and melasma. And future application is for rosacea, vitiligo, and atopic dermatitis. And this is effective for both androgenetic alopecia and telogen effluvium. Thank you.